in the hub. Bit of a push and shove there. Superstars everywhere you look as we wait for the first bounce at the MCG. That man, Scott Pendlebury, sure to play a big part in tonight's proceedings. Make sure you join us at halftime for the best analysis in the business. It is the Pies and the Bombers.
It's a good bounce. So Phillips into Grundy, but Grundy won it comfortably, and there he is to going. So he gets the first clearance of the night. Well, I think he will. No, he doesn't.
Ball, Essendon.
Brian, they've had fantastic opening terms, Collingwood. We talked a bit about it last week, didn't we? And they're off to a flyer again tonight. Grundy just laying it down. Quick kick away by Smith.
Yeah, high ball towards the wing. Maynard done well so far. That was a dip down to Moore. Moore to Varco, just wanted to make sure it was clear and did well. So they've gone backwards here to find space. That was a low ball that Chris couldn't get hold of. The Bombers pick it up, and here they go. Big opportunity over the top. This will be the easiest of goals to Parrish as a result of the kick, or the mark, more importantly.
Tonight, he's back next week. McKenna, we'd think, would be back pretty quickly as well, wouldn't he? So the Bombers get a much-needed goal. Parrish kicked early goals last week. He has kicked the match winner this year, and he hits the scoreboard again. A settler. So Grundy right on top, isn't he? Well done, Phillips, that second effort. Hibble with that big body of his. Gets it forward 50. That was clever by McKernan, and he's kicked the goal, and suddenly they get rolling. Forward, Snelling, clever. Back to Smith. Smith's kick is a good one to have. They played him in the elimination final last year. They must really like him. Not sure what he's absolutely thinking there, but he's kicked a stringer. It's Zaharakis. He likes that end against the Pies.
He had good vision there, Stringer. Often the forward coming through there could have been a collision, but just had enough nous to understand that Zaharakis was coming back with the fly. You see there, just pulled out at the right time.
Spot on, Duck. So hasn't kicked a goal this year. He has now, and can you believe it? Scores it level.
What to do? McGrath there, rescued it, got it to Sard. Sard out wide to Smith. I tell you what, they're open over the top, especially if they have a win here. Laverde around the corner, horrible kick. Gee, it's going to make it to Stringer, is it? Varco missed it completely. Wasn't the best kick, but Stringer will get a look at goal.
It was a terrible kick, BT. Made it hard for Stringer, but did the hard work to get there. And what I love about Stringer now, BT, he doesn't try to go for the big specky anymore. He does the basics well, and this occasion he just keeps his eye on it. Varco made it difficult for him, but in the end made it look easy.
Here he is, Jake Stringer. The package. From 48 metres out, goal. That is a goal, and can you believe it? The Bombers are in front.
Same sentence a lot tonight. Grundy won it comfortably. Shield has been good, racking up a lot of disposals, and then getting the ball very deep. Roughhead, he's had a good game. He's had a very good year and a half at Collingwood. Scherenberg didn't really take possession. Is he in trouble? He is.
He's got to knock it out. We're just right over the ball. He's got to knock it out. Clear the area. He's holding it in as well. Teammate. Jake, that's your line.
You had a clear view. Get here.
No, sorry. Over the ball. Scott, thanks, Jake. That's your line. Good luck, see ya.
I'm not sure he dragged it in, but he certainly didn't try to knock it out, did he?
No.
But this is the one, we saw Stringer kick that last 50 out. You're a little bit more comfortable. This is the one that you're expected to kick. So this is the one where the little person on the shoulder is talking to you.
25 metres out. Good kick, holding the line. He's kicked two, and they kick away. Absolutely. So those second, third efforts, no, fantastic stuff by him and by the Bombers. Grundy did it well. McDonald tipped Woody hard at Roughhead. Gee, Dacos was...
It's back hard and try and outnumber us when it goes in. And if we can
Johnny
match
Worsfold there with Daisy Pearce at the halftime break. We've resumed here now. Stringer out of the middle, handball straight to Phillips. Pushed into the contest by Ham, the run by Shield, the handball out wide is very impressive to Snelling, goes into McDonald to McWoody, the fast starting Bombers. Gee, that was electrifying, wasn't it?
It was, and big centre clearance from Jake Stringer, who's starting in the middle, pushing forward. He's had a real energy about him, and as Worcester said there, and as Buck said at half-time, other than that first 10 minutes, it really has been all Essendon. Their pressure has been at a very, very high level.
Pushing up towards 100 games, 93rd game here for Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti, and looking for his first goal of the night. No problems. Bombers have kicked 6 straight.
The rest, and it's Cox running around with Phillips.
If Cox goes well in this little passage while he's out there in the ruck, do they consider putting Grundy elsewhere? Because, as you said, we're not seeing much out of Cox tonight. Grundy not probably getting the advantage that sees him untouchable from the middle. So do you start thinking about putting him forward or maybe behind the ball, or is that too radical?
Well, not after that mark from Phillips.
No, that was fabulous mark. And remember, still not a disposal for Cox tonight.
And saved a shot on goal.
He's the competitor's competitor, isn't he? McDonald-Tipungwuti, it's going to go through. He's kicked 2 third-quarter goals.
Oh, the pressure. The pressure from both sides is captivating. Only one team scoring, though. Phillips, Shield, and it's this team. Stringer has marked. Jake Stringer will line up for his third goal.
Here.
And he's got the journey, Stringer, and he will understand that there's a minute left. There's a sign on the Bomber bench right now. I think it's the number 1 they're holding up on the Bomber bench, signifying to Stringer there's a minute to go. There it is.
He has been hitting them nicely tonight.
He has. This one, a big one. Inside left goal post. Stringer with a big kick as we close in on 3/4 time to make it a 27-point lead. Stringer's got it. He's got it. Goal number 3.
Townsend wrapped him up. McDonald-Tipungwuti did well, but so did Maynard.
Collingwood. Sharon Berg, Collingwood. Sharon Berg. Clear out, Clown.
So against Townsend, and then Sharon Berg's little one to Main. And then Main out wide to Dacos. And then Dacos in the back half.
Dacos looking for Stevenson. Well defended there by Fantasia. Stringer got support. Wants to go inside. Kick. Just couldn't balance. Main. Crisp. Moore. I think he's been pinged. And Townsend's got him. Townsend has nailed him in a fantastically quick, aggressive tackle. Bang. He kept the arms free, 2 more.
Yeah, and that's good decision. That's the one last week that wasn't paid. Now his hands are free, so he's got to be able to get rid of that footy. He
does. So here is Townsend to make it 9 points. The kick's only a 25-metre kick. Very little angle about it. There it is. Punt road end. For a little bit of security. Nicely done. Beautifully manicured kick.
To be a goal. Not going to be a score. Directly on McKernan-Nilly. McDonald-Tipungwuti's tackle was terrific. Ball still in dispute. Was there a throw in there?
Oh, boy, that was a Trelaw throw, Bruce. He got away with a double-handed flick pass.
Easy.
Have a look at this. Have a look at this. That's a throw. Goodness me, in the goal square, Bruce. Umpire unsided. Knocked down Phillips. Good tackle, Shield. Snap, goal. Bombers are going to win.
Well, they were handling the ball like it was dry, and Essendon couldn't get their hands on it. But from that point on, they wheeled themselves back into it, and they've gone on with it from that point.
18 points up they were in the first 15 minutes of the game. Collingwood, Snelling, ultra impressive tonight. Here's Roughhead. Bombers, monumental win here tonight. They're 3-1. And they played a superbly physical game tonight.